Dear students, in this video we will be discussing about map in C++. So map is a member of a standard template library that usually we called STL. So some of you asked me that how you can work on maps, how to create a map. So today I decided to write a video on maps. So we will discuss a small introduction about maps, how you can work on maps. So maps are basically the definition of map. What are maps in C++ is an associative container. Associative container means they can store element like arrays, okay, like matrices, like vectors. Maps can also store elements. But map can store element in a special manner, or you can say map can store element in a special fashion. So always map can store two things. One is key value and another one is mapped value. So for example, when you enter to the university, all of you get your student ID. So two students can have same name, same first name, same second name, but two students cannot have same student ID. So how we recognize the students? With their student ID. Because two students cannot have same ID, or some places we say that two students cannot have same roll number, same ID. So it is something like that. Two students. So that will be the key value through which you can determine particular person or particular thing. And another one is mapped value. What value is mapped to that particular key value. So for example, here I write example that for example key is U190002. And what value is mapped? Some name as Ram. Another is U19003. What is mapped value to this key value? Aziz. 19005. Another mapped value is Krishna. 19006. Another mapped value is David. So value, the second thing is mapped value. First is how you recognize. So one key value cannot have two mapped value. For two values, you cannot have the same key value. Key value should be different. So this is how maps work. This is what are maps in C++. Now syntax of writing a map is, first you will write map like this, and then key type, what your key type will be. Key type means key value will be of white type. It will be integer, it will be character, it will be string or some other type. What will be your value which you are mapping to this key value, what type will be. And then you will give some name to your map. It is a kind of variable name, like we did to give to arrays, we give to vectors, we give to integers. So this is the basic syntax for creating maps in C++. We have a key value of type key type, that can be integer, float, any type, and a value associated with that key, that is called value type. When we enter the value, they should be entered in a pair. Every time whenever you enter value to a map, that value should be entered in a pair, otherwise it is not going to work. And that should be entered in a pair. You cannot enter them one by one, because map is a kind of paired container. In one variable you should store two value. One is key value and another one is mapped value. So these are some basic functions associated with a map. Begin function, first one is begin. It returns an iterator to the first element in the map. So it will always return an iterator to the first element. So it will always, whenever you call this begin function, it will always go to the first element of the map. And will similarly and will return an iterator. So iterator is a kind of pointer that belongs to the iterator class. So we should include iterator class also whenever we are writing our maps. So it returns an iterator to the theoretical element that follows last element in the map. Size, it always returns the number of element in the map. Max size returns the maximum number of elements that the map holds. So it's kind of dynamic structure. You can create as many value, but maximum sizes depends upon the data type you used. Then empty function returns whether the map is empty or not. Pair insert is the function through which you can insert values to your map. Input values to you. In other words, you can say through which you can input a value to the map. Then erase iterator position. If I write erase in position 3, number is 3, so it means it will remove the element which is stored at the position number 3 in the map. Clear removes all the elements in the map. So now let's see how to write a map. with a small example. So because I told you that maps returns an iterator pointer of iterator class also, and maps are the variable of a standard template library. So you should include both the classes iterator and map whenever you are writing a map. Hash include iterator, hash include map. Okay, now let's say I want to write a map, and so first syntax is you should declare, because you want to write a member of class map. So map, and let's say my key value will be integer and my mapped value will be integer, and I want to give, so this is the pair type, so this is the syntax. Map is a class name, we already include map. So now we want to declare an object of this class map, and this object can have to always have two values, and I say key value first is for key value, second is for mapped value. So I say both value will be of type integer. Now let's say my map name is, OOP2. This is my map name. Now we want to insert some value to this map. So let's say OOP2 dot, we insert with insert pair function. So insert pair, and which pair we want to insert? So let's say we want to, the pair will be of type integer, both will be of type integer. And what will be the value here? So let's say my key value will be 1 and my mapped value will be 56. So this is how I insert one value to my map. So key value will be 1 and mapped value will be 56. Now like this you can you can insert as many times as you want. So let's insert 4 values. So let's say I copy paste it 4 times, and I will change my mapped value also, I will change my key value also. So let's say 66, and now my key value is 3, and now my mapped value is 76, and now my key value is 4, and now my mapped value is 86. So like this I insert 4 values, key value and mapped value also. Now let's say I want to print this complete map. Okay, so how should I print? So first I will declare an iterator, because iterator is a pointer. If you remember, we discussed in the slide that return an iterator to the first element, and then how long it has to go. This time you know that you have 4 elements, but every time you don't know, because MACPay is a dynamically changing data structure like vectors. So we don't remember. So we will use begin and end functions. So we will start from the beginning and we will go up to the end of the map. So for begin and end function, use an iterator, pointer of iterator class. So first we should give a name to that iterator. So map int, and we are using this iterator in the map, and let's say iterator name is, let's give the name itr. So this is our iterator name. So for it will return an iterator. So it max function will begin function will return an iterator. So iterator is equal to marks dot begin. So now it will return the pointer at the beginning of your, my map name is OOP2, OOP dot begin. So this iterator function return the pointer at the beginning, and when up to this iterator is equal to at the end of the OOP2. So OOP2 dot end, and we will keep on increasing this iterator. And what we have to do? We have to display the value. So how we have to display? Cout first value of iterator, because I told you that iterator is a pointer. So first value of iterator first, and then let's say we want to keep some gap, some space. So let's put some tabs here, and then iterator second, and then go to the next line. So it will start from the beginning and it will go to the beginning. And so let's check it first, then we will discuss some more thing about the maps. See, what value is mapped to 156? What value is, so if you want to store a big database, like for example, I want to store all 50 students of one group. So I will create a map for that and I will store them. And then means like map is a kind of variable. You can declare it inside any other classes or something like that. So it will be helpful when you have some key values and some mapped values associated with them and you have a large database. So like this you can display it, will always go up to the end. So if you want to, means like we insert it here differently. If I want, I can call it inside some loop also, because I want to use, so let's say for example, I want to enter 10 values. So I will start from 0 and then I should be less than equal to 10 and then I plus plus. And then what should I assign? So let's say op.insert. Let's copy it and paste it here. We could do it like this also. And let's say I, and what should we do? So let's say I asterisk 10, I asterisk 10 plus 5, whatever it is. So we want to assign this type of value. Okay, is it? Okay, one more should be here. Okay, so now let's check it. Just make it as a comment. So now we are assigning it inside the loop. So there should be 10 values. 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Because I write less than equal to 10. If I say less than, then it will be up to 9. So now let's try with some other functions also. So let's say begin and end function, you check begin and end function uses here. Let's check the size. So size function will return size. So let's say cout, my map name is op2 dot size. Size means how many elements are there in the map. So before printing the complete elements, it will return the size. So let's check it here. There are 11 elements starting from 0 to 10. So this is, and one other function I told you about, max size. So let's delete it because it is making program lengthy. So now let's say max size. So max underscore size. Let's write it here. So it will give how many maximum element you can assign to your map. So it depends upon the data type, you know how many bytes you store, so large size. So this is the maximum size you can, maximum number of elements, not maximum size, maximum number of elements you can give to your map. Now next function I discuss about that was erase function. So if I use this erase function, so let's say op2 dot erase, and which element I want to erase? Position number 3. So let's check it. So let's run it. So position number 3, key value is 3, it is deleted. 0, 1, 2 and third position element is deleted. Now you can clearly check. Okay, so this is how you can work with maps. One more function is clear. If I call map.clear, op.clear. If I call this op.clear, it means it will clear the map. And now when I will run it, it won't show anything because everything is cleared. So this is how, whenever you have such type of data, you want to map your data, you can use map. So this was a brief introduction about map. Thank you.